So certainly a decrease in interest rates is welcome news, but not a silver bullet that's going to get housing built faster.
Well,
the headline that I'm reading this from the Financial Post is interest rate cut unlikely to provide immediate relief for housing market. Now, we've talked about this already, just when we talked about our impressions of the interest rate reduction and what we see or don't see in time frame and things like that. This is basically just reinforcing what we've talked about, but let me read some of these things here. This is a quote from Desjardins. It's in the article here, the Financial Post article. The quote from Desjardins says this: "We don't think lower rates will translate into a construction boom. Monetary easing will take time to stimulate projects currently on hold, and Canadian housing construction faces a myriad of structural challenges. These will likely limit our home building and affordable housing ambitions for the next few years." Okay, now here's a really good one.
Well, I'm glad they're put let's pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's not all of a sudden everything's going to change and we're going to get affordable housing or we're going to mass construction. Like, there's a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
If it's CMHC asking for so many homes to restore affordability, or if it's Justin Trudeau saying we have to build 3.1 million magical homes by yesterday.
But here, now, let me add something to that because this relates to that. This is a quote from Chief Operating Officer of Royal LePage, Karen Yalewski. Okay, interest rates don't have an impact on the time it takes to build. It doesn't have an impact on the approvals process. Right? Have we heard that before?
Yeah.
It doesn't have an impact on any of the red tape that impacts builders.
Right. It doesn't make the city move faster.
Right. So sure, the cost of borrowing is down a little bit, but it still doesn't fix the other issues that have been going on. The cost of supplies, the cost of labor, the availability of labor, the availability of supplies.
Yeah, for Victoria, Vancouver Island, we've had, I don't know, ever since I've lived here, selling real estate, there's been a chronic shortage of skilled trades.
Yeah.
You're always on a wait list.
Yeah.
If you want trades, you're going to have to be patient, either to get something fixed.
Yeah.
Right.
So here's another quote here from Chief Executive Michael Cooper of Dream Unlimited Corporation. You have to have the zoning, you have to have the materials, you have to have the labor. So building more homes is going to take time. I don't think you're going to see a significant change anytime soon. It will slowly increase. Now, and we talked about that as well. That was kind of our impression, is that it's not the silver bullet. It's not the magic bullet. It's going to take some time here.
I really like that is being emphasized, the timing might not be as quick because of the other factors. And there's one thing that, unless it's covered somewhere else in the article, things only sell so quickly as well. In the real estate market, the resale market, there's only a certain amount of absorption.
Yeah, so it's great that you mentioned that, because let me read the next quote from this from Cooper. So, however, Cooper explains that when the resale market is sluggish, houses are slow to move. It directly hampers new construction of new homes. The initial step will be for people to absorb existing inventory, whether through resales or property held by developers. This absorption is a crucial precursor to any significant increase in new housing construction activity.
And if we have empty inventory, brand new inventory sitting there, not sold,
right,
it's not like they're the builders, developers are going to rush to build more so they can carry the homes, have less profit, or lose money perhaps.
Sure. Yeah.
So just because there's more homes out there doesn't mean it will necessarily, let me put it this way. The builders, developers won't flood the market on themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
They're going to try to avoid that at all costs.
They don't want to put themselves at that much risk and leverage themselves right out to the end.
To force prices to come down.
Right. So here's what they say, including in that are several factors to continue on as far as the pressure on the housing market. Stricter mortgage stress tests. That's a big one that they point out here, that the interest rate reduction, you're still qualifying at 6 or 7%.
Yeah, always plus 2%. Yeah.
So it's going to help, but so they're talking about, you have the stress test, you have the rising household debt in a lot of homes that they've had to do to accommodate and keep up and, you know, address issues and whatever it might be. So all these things are having an effect on what is going to, where they're going to get into the market, or if they're already in the market. Okay, so while immediate effects of the rate cut might be muted, Reitzers, so he's an analyst with BMO, Reitzers say the long-term outlook offers more optimism. That's what we've been talking about as well.
It's going to bring a more positive buyer sentiment or consumer confidence to the market. Maybe not significantly, but edging upwards, where it's not all doom and gloom.
So let's wrap it up with this. Reitzes explained that lower borrowing costs can spur increased demand for housing as buyers become more confident and financially able. A rise in demand could ultimately stimulate housing starts, offering a much-needed boost to the construction industry. Nevertheless, here we go, patience is the key.
You know, where Canadians lost out on patience, and we talked about this on another video. Canadians are immigrating away from expensive cities.
Sure.
Toronto. Vancouver,
Montreal,
wherever. You know, where are they running off to? They're running off to the Maritime provinces and Alberta.
Edmonton, Calgary. Red Deer. I think we saw Red Deer was one of the number one.
Red Deer had its highest increase since whatever it was. I can't remember, 2005 or something. So you know, people are we can only sit around and wait for so long before, you know, people are going to make life decisions.
For sure.
That's a big decision to move to another province. Or even, you know, if you grew up in Toronto and you're going to move to, I don't know, London, Ontario or something like that for more affordable living, or Barrie or Thunder Bay. Like those are, well, Barrie maybe not as much, but the other ones are quite further away and different, a lot different from the center of the universe.
Yeah, for sure. So I think what I really like about this article, in terms of some of the response from some of the different analysts and COOs and presidents and so forth, is patience.
Patience.
It's positive, but we need to be patient. And we're not, you know, I think we've said this before as well, we're not expecting things to turn around tomorrow in terms of what's going on in the housing market. In terms of new home construction and dealing with affordable housing, the quarter point is not going to solve it. There are bigger issues, but that's for a different day to talk. Hey, thanks for joining us today. Hope you got some good information out of that. Please take a minute and like and subscribe. It helps us out with getting the word out there. If you know anybody who you think needs to see what we're talking about, please let them know about it.
And of course, if you're thinking of buying or selling real estate in the Greater Victoria area or anywhere on Southern Vancouver Island, you can get a hold of us. Our information is in the description below, and we'd be happy to help you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.
See ya.